So, esta es mi primera vez. Esto es una prueba para yo documentar lo que es el examen de COMPTIA A+. Más o menos he estado estudiando. Como pueden ver aquí, solamente llevo como 3 capítulos de Core 1. Lo van a ver acá. Este, pero me enfoqué más en networking en el hardware. Vi algo en YouTube, este, y más o menos vi el examen. El examen son 50 preguntas en escoger, y en esta yo pago por este servicio en la cual me dan la clase y también me dan lo que se llaman los exámenes de práctica. Nunca lo he hecho, es mi primera vez. Quiero saber cómo va a ir. No tengo expectativa alguna, solamente lo voy a hacer para ver qué base sé o qué debo hacer, qué debo mejorar, qué no debo mejorar, cuál es mi fuerte y cuál es mi debilidad. Eh, y también tener una experiencia eh, para hacer esto. So, sí, esta es la clase. Lo que me encanta de esto es que también tiene como que sus notas y se ve todo ahí. Mayormente yo escojo todo en inglés porque son los términos en inglés, y al fin y al cabo pues cuando tenga trabajo, yo sé que muchos trabajos van a pedir que sean bilingües, so yo hago todo en inglés porque así lo entiendo mejor. So si vamos aquí a A+, Core 1, vamos a ver, quiero flashcards. ¿Qué es esto? Okay, the A+ Core exam. Okay. Simulation is designed to prepare you to pass CompTIA 220-1101 exam. This exam measures your knowledge of mobile devices, networking, technology, hardware, virtualization and cloud. Yo sé que en virtualization y en cloud computing eh, voy a fallar un poquito ahí. Si acaso puede ser que sea un poco mejor en virtualización, pero en cloud no lo he dominado bastante. En hardware and networking troubleshooting puede ser que ahí falle también un poco. By carefully studying the official exam preparation materials and gaining the requisite hands-on experience, this practice test will verify your understanding of the concepts and skills as they will present it to you on the actual certification exam. Passing the 220-1101 certification exam will earn you credits toward the following certifications: the A+. Following each answer explanation, the A+ Core Exam 1 simulation provides one or more references to review to enhance your knowledge of the subject matter. Most references will contain a hyperlink directed to online documentation. Eso es bueno. Online documentation can change. Please contact us if there are any broken links. Okay. Perfect. ¿Qué es esto? No sé qué es esto, pero Study Tools, Performance Tracker. Oh, nice. ¿Y esto qué es? Oh, ok. Perfecto. So, me imagino que son preguntas random, las contestas y para adelante. Y así anotas toda la información. Debe puede ser eso. So, vamos ahora a Simulation Exam. Oh, son 90. Which cloud computing terms refer to ability of a resource as it's needed by the client? Which cloud. Ok, y tengo 1 hora y media para hacer esto. Which cloud computing terms refer to the availability of resource as it is needed by the client? Rapid elasticity, on demand, resource pooling, meter utilization. On demand, resource pooling. Ah, y no me dice. Tengo que hacer las 90. Ok. Which terms refers to a cloud infrastructure that provides service to many related organizations? Services to many related organizations. Yo creo que es private. Que si está hablando de organizaciones, es algo privado and close. You are in the process of creating an L. Ya me están tirando las de cloud primero. You are in the process of creating an SLA with a cloud service provider. Your company runs a women's accessory store online and experiencing varying traffic with peaks during the holidays. You must scale your service dynamically to meet the varied network's demands. Which component of your cloud deployment will fulfill this requirement? Which component of the cloud deployment will fulfill this requirement? Estoy entre performance and life cycle porque es no. Performance. You are the system administrator for your company. You are troubleshooting a network computer that displays the following error message. Boot error, press F1, retry. What should do you to fix the problem? Run registry checker, put the computer to the last known boot configuration, restore the master boot sector, and run system restore. Si es un boot error, la B no es. Restore the master boot sector, run system restore, check for review, run system restore. Your organization is scouring all users that have been issued corporate owned iPhones to put the iPhone in an airplane mode when the battery is running low. Which of the following is not disabled when an iPhone is playing wet? Your organization is encouraging all users that have been issued corporately owned iPhones to put the phones in airplane mode when the battery is running low. Which of the following is not disabled when an iPhone is playing. Hang on, eso es fácil. Vamos aquí ahora, vamos a chequear a ver. Wi-Fi. Ya sé que Wi-Fi. You are installing the network cabling for your company. A diagram of the cabling showing the following image. Which type of cable you're installing? Uh, this is on shield twisted pair cable. You were recently given an old notebook computer that is missing most of its peripherals and accessories. You need to obtain the components necessary to allow you to efficiently perform your job both at the office while traveling. Wow. You will like to purchase as many other necessary accessories and peripherals as possible from a local computer store where your company has an account. Which accessory or peripheral will you most likely have obtained directly from the notebook manufacturer because of its highly proprietary nature? External monitor, no. Network card, no. Modem card, docking station, mouse. Network card because I need to both at the office while traveling, so I need access to a network. Yeah. Whoa. I didn't identify the memory slots of the motherboard. Memory slots here. This is, pues siempre va a estar cerca del CPU. Estos son, dice ahí PSI, estos son mayormente for network cards y for GPU. Y estos son, aquí I have channel A, channel B. Which properties are true regarding IPv6? Chose two. There are 128 bits and son los más que tienen. Every time a Windows 10 computer boots, you receive an error message story that the cover was previously removed. You want to prevent this alert from being displayed. In which location you should disable this alert? The BIOS. Your company has decided to implement a wireless network. The wireless network users must be able to connect to resources on your internal network. The wireless network user must be able to connect to resources on your internal network, including file, print, and DHCP services. Which should you implement? Oh, a paper wireless wireless access point because I need the wireless network, and if doesn't connect to the HCP services, yo sé que a wireless access point. La pipa es cuando esto no está funcionando. Vamos con esa. Voy a check for review. Okay. Your laser printer repeatedly prints vertical lines to the page. What is the probable cause of this error? Take paper apart with the corona, low quality error. Laser repeatedly prints vertical lines to the paper. That's wrong. What? Too much moisture in the paper. Overly thick paper for the printer. Problem with the control wires and the drum. Maybe get low quality paper, warp roller, paper one. You are responsible for managing the virtual computers on your network. Which guideline is important when managing virtual computers? Isolate the host computer of each virtual computer from each other. Update operating system application only the host computer. Implement firewall only to the host computer. Install update for only. No. Wow. Which guideline is important when managing virtual computers? Esto no lo sé muy bien. In the process of implementing security for cloud deployment, you need to specify access rights for the user. Your company has a large number of employees and several levels of management where an employee may need to delegate responsibility to and grant access to other employees dynamically. What kind of access control you will need for this? Security, multi-factor authentication, maybe. Discretionary. Your company has a large number of serial levels to delegate. Discretionary, que es el discreto. You have completed a successful migration, so it's talking about databases of your shopping portal's data center onto the cloud. You need a system to ensure that only the appropriate users are allowed to perform actions on the stored data and access the application. Which cloud security should you implement for this? authorization. Which statement is true concerning the DHCP? DHCP is used to resolve NetBIOS names to IP address. DHCP is used to resolve host names to IP address. It's used to automate IP address assignment. Windows-based computers. A user contacts you regarding his front panel connectors on his PC. He wants to plug a device into one of the ports. Which of the following are you least likely to see as the front panel connector to the motherboard? Front panel, estamos hablando de un desktop. Front panel connector on his PC. You want to plug a device to one of those ports. Which of the least are you likely to see as a front panel connector on front panel connector on a motherboard? On a motherboard, a drive activity lights. A client Warren reports CMOS I heard of that. Mismatch error at startup. Further conversation with Warren reveals that he had forgotten to start a password he assigned in CMOS, and he had to clear all CMOS settings for his computer to complete a successful startup. Although he can now start his computer, he continues to assert CMOS error each time he started the computer. He replaced the CMOS battery, but the problem continues. Which component you should investigate first to resolve the problem? CMOS battery voltage. The validity of a BIOS. Which component you should investigate first to resolve the problem? The presence of a new. I think the BIOS, porque el CMOS tiene que CMOS battery tiene que abrir la computadora. You wish to send encrypted emails. What option you need? Enable. See. POP3. Let me see. Ports and protocols. Según mis notas, Puede ser IMAP. You clear a paper jam from the tray in a laser printer. However, the printer still indicates a jam. What step you should perform next? Physical open and close the top assembly. Look for another jam in the pressure roll area. Yes, no, okay, so look. A manager in your company has read about the memory effects in notebook's computer. You are explaining to him how the memory effects work, which component is affected by memory effect. Process. Memory effect. Processor. Battery, hard drive. Memory. Bueno, el processor es lo que procesa la memoria. A user needs to install a DVD drive to his desktop system. The DVD drives need to be capable of backing up his system files. He wants to install a DVD drive that is capable of storing most data. Which DVD specification will he install? Wow. I have a DVD here. Esto es multiplayer DVD ROM. Drive, model, ROM. This is ROM. So, supposed to RW, me imagino que son read and write. So, your company has wired a 1000 base T small office. ¿Cuál es el protocolo? A small office network that connects to the internet via DSL connection. Okay. You need to set up a wireless network that will give your user access to the internet network and the internet through their laptops. While configuring the access point, you change the administrative user and password and change the SSID from the default settings. Then you disable the SSD broadcast. Finally, you enable MAC filtering and configure the list of MAC addresses that are allowed to connect via wireless network. Now you need to connect the wireless access point to your local network. Your access point to your local network, to which device should be connected. A firewall no es. Wireless access point. A router. It Identify the external USB connection on the motherboard by clicking the area. Yo pienso, esto es power, has to be this. Like this. Los externos son internos. Externos son los que están en tu. Debe ser los que están en. Debe ser los que están en el. O sea, la torre como tal. Eso es lo que mejor se refiere con externo. USB connectors to the, on the motherboard by clicking the upper area. Deben ser estos. Eh, sí, eso. Porque estos mayormente. Todos estos pins son power. Identify the SAT. Wait. No. SATA. The SATA connectors. No, estos son SATA. Entonces, esto es también Power CPU. Debe ser este. No, estoy bien, es esto. Ah, yo estoy confundido. Oh my god, estoy confundido. Hace tiempo no monto una computadora. USB external connections. Sí, estos son los SATA connectors on the motherboard. A user complains that his internal wireless network card in his laptop is no longer functioning. After troubleshooting, you decide to replace the wireless network card. You replace the wireless network card with the same model as the old card. You connect the internal antenna. You then reboot the computer. What should you do next? Install the latest drivers for your wireless card. During class, instructor shows a picture of a zero insertion force socket. What is that? Which component can you connect using this socket? Electrically erasable program read-only memory, central processing unit, dynamic random access, single line memory. What? I never heard of that. You have been asked to upgrade the hard drives in several legacy computers. Management wants you to upgrade them to the hard drive specification that has the faster theoretically bus speed of the option given. Which hard drive specification you should implement? SATA 3. A user complains that his computer is taking a long time to reboot. During the boot process, you observe that the hard drive activity lies staying on. You discover that the hard drive is nearing its maximum capacity. The computer contains a single 150 gigabyte hard drive. What should you do? I need to learn about the rate. Stay on, just cover the hardest name. Defragment the hard drive. Defragment. You administer a TCP IP network transfer control protocol, internet protocol. Okay. You want to enable the host on your network to be automatically configured with IP configuration such as IP address, subnet mask, and default gate address. The IP configuration should be listed to the client for a limited period. Which protocol do you know consider? DHCP. You are troubleshooting a laser printers problem where faint images of previously printed pages are appearing on the current page. What? Printer problem where faint images of previously printed pages are appearing on the current. Which of the components are the most likely to cause this problem? Discharge lamp. You are instructing new IT technicians on the reason why computers complementary metal oxide semiconductor CMOS barrier should be replaced. Which event is an early indication that you may need to replace it? Supply fails. Parity. No, the computer. You need to synchronize your iPhone with your computer. What's the default app to use before this? Active sync. Well, this iPhone, your computer, which is the default app to use perform this function, is items then. You are the desktop administrator for your company and maintain all the computers in your organization. To properly upgrade one of the computer, you must upgrade the motherboard. While upgrading this computer, you should choose your appropriate form factor that is suitable for the motherboard of the existing computer. Which two specifications you should consider when selecting the appropriate form factor. Okay, vamos a leerlo otra vez. To properly upgrade one of the computers, you must upgrade the motherboard. While upgrading this computer, you should upgrade form factor suitable. You are a desktop administrator for your company and maintain all the computers in your organization. To properly upgrade one of the computers, you must upgrade the motherboard. While upgrading this computer, you should choose the operating form factor that is suitable for the motherboard of the existing computer. Which two specifications um, you should consider while selecting the appropriate form factor is physical size and supported amount of memory. que hay diferentes sizes of motherboards. Y supported amount of memory to properly upgrade amount of memory, you must upgrade the motherboard. Sí, porque puedes pasar la memoria que tenía antes con la de ahora, or power supply. Well, si lo voy a hacer upgrade, I can. Okay, which two should you consider while selecting the appropriate form factor? Voy a dejarlo así. A user named Brad calls and reports that he is unable to connect to a file server on your 10-base-T network. Oh, ¿cuál es? Although he's able to connect to folders and other computers, a single hub exists on the network. Which hardware problem should you investigate? Choose two. Network internal card. You have a single switch and you need to separate the network traffic from the marketing and accounting departments. What will be the easiest way to approach this? VLANs. You must print a large number of pages on an inkjet printer in the minimum possible time. What should you do? A large number of pages. Specify low resolution printing. Sure. A user contacts you with a printer configuration issue. Wow, ya yo veo que en esta industria creo que voy a tener que saber más de printer que otra cosa. The user wants to print multiple copies of a document. However, he wants the individual pages to print together, meaning all the copies of page 1 you print before the copies collation. However, he wants the individual page to print together, meaning all the copy of page 1 should print before copies number 2, which confuses to collation order. Collation. Nunca escuché esa palabra. An IT technician decides to calibrate a touchscreen monitor. Why should he do this? To align touchscreen refresh rate with the display, to align touchscreen coordinates with the display, to align touchscreen resolution coordinates with the display. Refresh rate. A user reports that he is having problems with his laptop's monitor. He explained that the liquid crystal display LCD is no longer spreading light over the entire screen. Which component of the LCD is most likely causing this problem? Electrical diffuser inventor. porque las pantallas necesitan convertir el power que tiene la batería a uno mayor potente a la pantalla, algo así. Pero yo sé que en las pantallas de los laptops hay un inverter. User complains that the image of on his monitor flickers a lot. This flickering occurs no matter which application the user has opened. What should you do? Configure the video card driver to use a higher refresh rate? Nope. Configure the video card driver to nope. Replace the monitor. Upgrade. The user complains that the use monitor of is monitor figures on the figure screen no matter which application you use is open. What should you do? Bueno, antes de hacer todas estas cosas, si estoy en una compañía, lo primero que yo hago es upgrade video cards drivers. Y voy por esa. User reports that his computer is having trouble accessing the internet Ethernet network. You need to trace the network cable back to the central wiring closet. Which tool you use? Esto lo estaba aprendiendo hoy. A tone generator. What is the term for an application that is accessed over the internet as opposed to being installed on a local drive? What is the term for an application that is accessed over the internet? Wow, sir. You need to configure an iPhone to connect to your company's. You need to. Sí, me recuerdo de ese standard. You navigate to the settings you should do next. Enable Wi-Fi. You have contracted with a cloud service provider prior to migrating your online shopping company to a cloud deployment. You have opted for an IS model. No sé qué es eso. When you test the system post migration, what should you use to verify that the services provided to you by the cloud company are in line with the specification and baseline performance? Documentation. Always go to the documentation. I don't know, pero yo pensé que era. A newly hired user with minimal computer skills called to help desk. The manual for a new mobile device tells the user to enter the SSID information in a password that are given. Your organization does not broadcast SSID, so you can understand why the new hire is confused about where to enter information. Where can the user go to enter this information? Set up settings, touchscreen configure, wireless settings. After contacting a mobile device provider with an issue, the provider asks you to provide the with the what's the difference between yo no me sé eso. Okay, IMEI is the serial number of the SIM card. No, IMEI is the serial number for the mobile device. Ese es yo creo que es esta. But yo tuve que unlock a phone to do this, and they prompt me this, and this is the serial number of the mobile device. Yeah. You purchase an all inkjet printer for your company. When you print a test, extra horizontal lines are printed all over the page. What should you do first to print a test page successfully? Refill the printer ink cartridge. Audrey travels for business 3 to 4 days a week. It's not always near power outlets. She needs a solution for her laptop battery dies. What could you recommend? Purchase a portable battery bank made for charge laptops. Change the power setting of a laptop to consume less power. The primary hard drive in your Windows computer has failed. Ooh. You purchase a new hard drive and install it in your computer. What should you do first? Format the hard drive. Change the primary hard drive in your Windows computer has failed. You purchase a new hard drive and install it in your computer. What should you do first? A. Change the hard drive configuration settings in the disk management utility. Format the hard drive. Partition the hard drive. Change the hard drive configuration settings in the computer's BIOS. So if is the primary hard drive supposed to run AOS? So bam. You need to upgrade your Windows computer to the latest Windows edition from a master boot image. You put a DVD that contains the files for the new edition into the DVD drive and reboot the system. The system does not boot from the DVD. What should you do first to this problem? Configure the UEFI to boot from DVD. Aquí está. The research department has decided to purchase a new dot matrix printer for department wide use. Which components are normally found in this, qué sé yo, de printers? Tractor feeds, printer nozzle, toner, ribbons, focusing lens. What is the operating range for Class 2 Bluetooth devices in the maximum transmission speed? Oh, I have this. Oh, I should look it up. Vamos a buscarlo. Vamos a buscarlo. Esta es mi libreta. Vamos allá. Nos quedan 40 minutos. Esto está... Security. ¿Dónde está mi network class? Vamos rápido, vamos rápido, vamos rápido. Esto es un protocolo. No, no, no. This is IPv6. Subnet max. Nope. Nope. This is not it. No sé, hay model. Here's standards. From the data. Ahí Bluetooth. Bluetooth 2. So is 10 meters to about 33. Me tengo que recordar eso. A user has recently reported to you that. Tengo que aprender esos standards. A user has recently reported to you that it appears if a laser printer used by his department becoming overheated. When you investigate, you do not find any overheating issues. You suspect that the problem was with the fusor within the laser printer overheating. Which laser printer components protect a fusor from overheating? Un fusil debe ser un controller. Which of the following will most likely to be controlled legacy system? Cicada, AAA, TCP/AI. What should the following most likely be used to control a legacy system? You have been issued a refurbished desktop computer. You need to synchronize your company issued Android device to the PC. What should be primary concern? Types of data to be software required to install. Data caps. Capacity? Types of data to be synchronous. Refurbish software requirements to install the application on the PC. Creo que esta. You want to upgrade the memory on the laptop. So you first unplug the AC power and remove the battery. What should you do next? Well, you first unplug the AC power and remove the battery. Remove CMOS battery. Nope. Put an elastic wrist. Yeah. While performing routine maintenance for a computer, you hear a grinding noise coming from inside the computer. Which component should you suggest customer? It's the hard drive. Susan called the help desk to ask about which type of BIOS password she should configure to receive access to the BIOS setup program. Which password type you explain? System. So it's the BIOS, it's the system. George is only familiar with VGA connector for monitors. What should you tell him are the main difference between VGA and DVI connectors. Chose 2. Bam. You work the service desks at a manufacturing firm that has several different types of printers. Wow, printers, Dios mío. An employee who runs one of the 3D printers calls to, to say she can no longer print. What should you most likely bring to the workstation to get her up and running? Tool and cartridge, ink, image jump, plastic filament, because it's a 3D printer. Which of these devices is primarily associated with wireless networks? Access points. Your laptop computer, which typically draws 2 amps under normal uses, has a rechargeable nickel-cadmium battery that provides 150 minutes of battery power. Lately, the laptop runs out of power only 30 minutes of use. Which action should you take to extend the time of the computer can operate? Okay. Run fewer applications while using battery power. Configure APM. A user reports that his documentary printer is printing dark and clear on the left side of the paper, but the print is very light on the right side paper. What should you do about? In the past year, several. ¿Cuánto voy? Wow, yo voy por 1 hora aquí. In the past year, several hard drives in your company computers failed without warning. All of the failed drives were replaced, but management is concerned that it will become an increasing problem because of the number of older computers in use. They have asked you to implement technology that detects failing hard drives by analyzing the hard drive and providing a warning impending failure. Smart. This is all just CPU stuff. You have to interconnect a notebook computer and a cell phone. The notebook computer supports Bluetooth, USB, Firewire, and IEEE 1284 connection. However, you don't have any cables to connect the two devices and do not want to purchase any. What should you do? You perform an operating system patch on your virtual server. Now, your server is not performing as per its initial baseline, and you have found several new security issues. You will need to rectify the issue. deploy a hotfix. May run book before. What piece of equipment would help transmit an Ethernet signal to the far end of the hotel desk for copies, patch panel, repeaters, patch cable, repeaters. Beverly has contacted you and stating that her computer will not boot and keeps beeping. Which component must have power, must pass computer power on self-test post before an appearance. What? Has contacted you and stated that her computer will not boot and keeps beeping. Which components must have computer power on self-test before an operating system will load? Memory, CPU, the video card. You want to set up a wireless network to use 5G band, which two wireless specifications you use es que AC. Y yo no sé, pero son una de estas tres. Yo sé que es AC, pero no sé si es. Yo creo que N. Vean. You are clearing the IT technician workspace for your company of any old or obsolete hardware. You have found several different types of RAM, including modules that use pins, which DIMM or DRAM, DRAM, or DIMM. You administer your company TX internet. Is the network protocol used on the network? You want the routers on the network to send you notice when they have exceed specified performance thresholds. Which protocol enables your router to send notice? SMTP? Tonehead? No. ARP? Me quedan 25. Your company wireless device policy requires you to wirelessly back up your mobile device data, including apps, pictures, and music, so that you can later retrieve the data on any mobile device. Even if the data is on another mobile device, which iPhone feature can perform this? iCloud. A user contacts you regarding a problem with his laptop keyboard. Several keys have stopped functioning. The problem occurs with a multiple application when even after rebooting the computer. What should you do? Plug in an external keyword to test. Always test first. We use the following. This is IPv6. This one. You work for a company IT help desk. A computer named Sam asks you how to get his iPhone to wirelessly play louder. He also indicated that sometimes he wants to play his iPhone through his laptop speaker. Which two options you the speakers? A wire speaker with USB cable. If you were explaining to your company's IT personnel the difference between their old hard drive technology and newer solid state drives, which statement will be false? If you were explaining personnel the difference between their old hard drive technology and newer solid state drive, which statement will be false? Your work is in a customer call center. Martin is on the phone asking about the difference between SSDs, hybrids, and magnetic hard drive for his laptop. He's only going to be web surfing, emailing, and creating documents. Which hard drive will provide the best performance reliability? Performance and reliability. SSD, I would recommend SSD. After troubleshooting a laptop computer issue, you discover that the motherboard is faulty. The computer is under warranty. The manufacturer ship you a replacement motherboard that is the same of the defective one. You need to replace the laptop motherboard. Of the following guidelines when replacing the motherboard: steps. You have to disconnect the keyboard. An instructor It's explaining a technology that allows CPU to execute two separate instructions concurrently, which do not provide different hyper-threaded. A user contacts you about a problem with his notebook computer. The battery for her notebook computer will no longer hold a charge. She removed the battery, but the computer will not work when plugged to AC outlet. A new battery is on order, but hold on to message. The user needs the computer to be operational within 2 hours. You want to provide the easiest method to restore operation, which will fully charge the old battery overnight and then boot. Wait the new one. We insert the depleted battery in computer and then boot. Change the battery settings in the computer. Which well-known UDP port does DNS port? Okay, 53. Let's see here my notes real quick. Ports and protocols. UDP, UDP, UDP. DNS, DNS, DNS. Um, 53. Hice un poquito de trampa ahí, pero eso me ayuda por lo menos a recordarlo. Que yo sé que ella es 53. Como que ahora, ya yo sé que es eso, tengo que aprenderlo. You have recently moved your company web server to a cloud deployment. You previously had over 1 million users accessing the web server from across the world. Before the server is made available to the public, you need to verify that the server will meet its performance standard after deploying the cloud. Which testing you should use? Load testing. Oh wow, match the protocols. Vamos a ver, vamos a buscarlo aquí. Esto no es trampa, yo estoy practicando. Este va acá. Port 443, 443, 444. No, estoy mal. RDP es esta. 443. HTTPS, okay, 443. 143. IMAP. POP3. Okay, which operating frequency band is used by Bluetooth technology? What? Aquí no dice. You have determined that several computers on your company network needs to have the BIOS updated. Which of the following change to your computer will most likely require that you flash your computer? Changing the boot sequence. B. ¿Qué es esa? ¿A qué es esa? Lo voy a verificar ahora. ¿Qué es esa? Es B, B, B. Ah, lo sabía. Yesterday wants to purchase some software for a deployment from dreamsuite.com. After researching company policy, you inform him that he can only make the purchases if it's on a secure website. Which were aquí estamos. HTTPS. Oh ya, uno más. Nos quedan 13 minutos. After performing several upgrades on a computer, the user reports that he's having trouble with overheating problem. You want to make a recommendation to help prevent the computer from overheating during use. Which you recommend? After performing several upgrades on a computer, the user reports that he's having trouble with overheating problem. You want to make a recommendation to help prevent the computer from overheating during use. What should you recommend? Yes. You are troubleshooting a laser printer that fits multiple sheets of paper of each page is supposed to print which component causes the problem. Para submit for grading. A clase colgada me acabo de dar. Es on demand 54%. Y oh, that's fiber optic. ya saben que mi primer examen, ya yo sé que fallé bastante en cloud. A ver, performance tracker, bam, a ver qué sale. A ver, all question, mobile devices, score. En networking estoy duro, mobile devices estoy más o menos. Hardware and network troubleshooting tengo que mejorar. So yeah, eso fue.